Hello everybody, Dashmore here, back with another video for you all. And today we're playing more Halo Infinite. Hope you guys all enjoyed your 4th of July, whether or not you're celebrating or not. It was crazy. There was a lot of fireworks going off around the neighborhood. Couldn't really sleep till the later hours of the night. But yeah, it was a fun day, just hanging out with my family. With that being said, most people on July 4th fire off their fireworks. They're celebrating, having a good time. They'll pop open some cold ones and drink with their friends and family. Which brings me to this first article here from Fox News. Glass bottling plants forced to shut down, leaving 600 employees jobless amid Bud Light's controversy. Now, I don't know too much about this controversy from Bud Light, but essentially, what's been going on is that people have been boycotting buying their drinks and just not doing business with the company. I've seen a video of someone shooting up a case of Bud Light, apparently, and there's been other things that have been happening, but this here started from a botched ad campaign involving a trans influencer, and yeah, this is the result of that ad campaign, I guess. I doubt Bud Light expected this kind of backlash from it. I wouldn't say that, this is the most expected outcome from an ad like this. Like, there has been certainly worse ads. But to be fair, I basically have stopped watching TV. Like, occasionally I'll watch the one off series online, but even then, I'm not turning on my TV to watch anything. And the reason for that is that it's just annoying. Like, there's so many messages on TV or tropes that are just played out. I don't want to deal with any of that. I want to watch something new and be entertained. But yeah, with that being said, we'll begin by reading the first paragraph of this article. A glass bottling company impacted by Bud Light's botched promotion with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney will close down two of its locations, laying off more than 600 employees as the beer brand continues to grapple with staggering financial losses and declining sales. 600 people out of the job, man. And all because of an ad. That is crazy. My condolences to the people who lost their jobs. Hopefully they can find new work soon amidst this type of economic situation we got here over in the West. To skip further down ahead, employees at the Wilson, North Carolina plant reportedly said their manager confirmed to them that they were shuttering its doors because of the Bud Light boycott. Because of Budweiser no longer selling the bottle, they no longer needed our product. David Williams, a machine repair mechanic, told WRAL. Bud Light sales have slumped since the beer maker gave the Mulvaney special cans in April to celebrate a full year of girlhood. I suppose that's why people are so angry over this situation. From what I know, the brand really specializes in male centric advertising. So the fact that they're celebrating girlhood goes against what they've done in the past, and people don't like that. And on top of that, people are probably concerned that the brand was going to be advertising transgenderism with her being the face of it. So, lesson to learn here is just don't go off brand, I guess. You did it to yourself, but like, but we'll go ahead and finish off this article by reading the last two paragraphs at the bottom. It begins by saying here, but despite their best efforts, the backlash against the Bud Light brand seems to be lingering as sales of the beer continues to slide. Bud Light sales were down 24.4% compared to a year ago for the week ending June 3rd. Nielsen IQ data provided to Fox News Business by Bump Williams Consulting show. Then it starts talking about how Modelo Especial passed Bud Light as the number one selling beer brand, and it's for the 4 week and single week period ending June 3rd. So this is what people decided to drink instead. They said no way for Bud Light today, and they went with Modelo. So sucks, man. You lose out your customers, you lose your filing sites, and you're also giving trouble for Moveni. So we'll read the last paragraph here. It says that Moveni recently ripped the controversy against Bud Light, claiming it promoted more bullying and more transphobia than I could have ever imagined. The trans influencer also blasted the company for not being supportive as Moveni dealt with the transphobia. So, and you're not giving support to your business partners. So, it doesn't look too good for Bud Light. I tell you what, it's a pretty awful situation for everyone involved. So, hopefully, there's a bright side to this at some point. Of course, to get to that bright side, a lot of work needs to be done. Their public image is absolutely shattered. No one likes them really, except for the few that buy them, I guess. But for the most part, people do not like them, and so they need to probably first try to release a new ad campaign. Maybe it's another influencer, but male this time. Maybe that'll gain the trust of the public. I don't know. It's just gonna take a lot of time. But what passes time? Like smoking crack. Lab test confirms white substance found at the White House is cocaine. So, yeah, we just casually have cocaine in the White House. It's not a big deal. Like, what, you don't have crack in your house? I can't believe this story, bro. Like, it's absurd in the White House. Like, you guys are crazy. It begins by saying, Washington, a formal lab test of the white substance found at the White House on Sunday has come back positive for cocaine, according to an official with knowledge of the investigation. The substance was found Sunday evening in a small zip bag in a highly trafficked part of the West Wing and prompted a brief evacuation, according to a U.S. Secret Service official. Like, how is this even possible, bro? Like, it's the White House. This should not be happening. It is unclear how long the bag was in the White House. A blurry timeline and number of people who walked through the area where the cocaine was found could make it difficult to determine who was responsible for the substance. A source familiar with the investigation told NBC News on Tuesday. The Secret Service is running the investigation, which will include consulting cameras and entry logs, according to a source familiar with the inquiry. And I guarantee you nothing will come of this. Like, remember the laptop that is apparently Hunter Biden's? Like, nothing happened. No one cares. It's gonna be the same situation now. Like, we really do have crackheads in the White House. Like, wow. You know? I wonder if Trump said anything on this. Like, he's always talking, so I'm sure he said something. Like, let me go in and find something real quick. Okay, I found this article from The Hill. The title says Trump lashes out at Biden family media after cocaine found at White House. Alright, let's begin with this first paragraph here. Former President Trump on Wednesday lashed out at President Biden, his son Hunter Biden, Justice Department Special Counsel Jack Smith, and the media after a suspicious white powder found at the White House over the weekend came back positive for cocaine. Does anybody really believe that the cocaine found in the West Wing of the White House, very close to the Oval Office, is for the use of anyone other than Hunter and Joe Biden? Trump wrote on Truth Social. Wait, did Trump just say that Hunter and Joe Biden are crackheads? Yo, bro, like, it's crazy out here, man. He then continues to say, but watch, the fake news media will soon start saying that the amount found was very small, and it wasn't really cocaine, but rather common ground up aspirin, and the story will vanish, Trump claimed. Yeah, that is a possible scenario, honestly. Like, we live in the craziest, funniest reality that you possibly can imagine. Like, think about everything that's happened over the year, and not just this year, but since 2020 started. Like, so much absurd stuff just happens, and it just doesn't stop. Like, what the heck? Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if a nuclear disaster happened at this point. Because someone, like, tripped over a cord at a nuclear reactor or just fell on the button one day. Like, anything could happen at this point. It's the 2020s. Now, I believe we got the most interesting bits of information from this article. Obviously, there's a lot of smaller details, some of them that we've already gone over, but we got what we wanted. I'll just read what the press secretary said on this whole situation and then move on. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre on Wednesday did not speculate on who may have left the drug, but she noted it was found in a heavily traveled area accessible to visitors. So you know all those homeless people you see on the streets at times, some of them smoking crack? Well, maybe one of them waltzed in and left the bag there. You never know. It is the 2020s, of course. Biden was not in the White House at the time of the incident. That doesn't mean much just because you're not there. Doesn't mean that you wasn't using it. Like, I guess that is a bit of important information, but the way that they word it tries to shift attention away from him. So I just thought I would mention that. Oh, it looks like Trump's going to speak again. Trump, in his Wednesday post, also asked whether Smith, who was appointed by Merrick Garland last fall to oversee the DOJ's investigation into the former president, has been seen in the area of the cocaine, and said the special counsel looks like a crackhead to me. Okay, so we got Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and the special counsel looking like crackheads to Trump. Okay. Absolutely phenomenal. I gotta ask, who in the world is gonna be our next president? I mean, first we get the loudmouth, right? Then we get the broken mind. What's next? Are we gonna get a streamer? Is Ninja gonna be our next president? Like, come on now. This is ridiculous out here. On a serious note, though, do you know what these two stories have in common with each other? Both the story about Bud Light and the White House turning into a crack house. It's the fact that no care is given to the image of these institutions and established companies. Like, was it really that hard to try to hold off just for a second and think to yourself, we built our brand on it being male centric. Let's not change that all of a sudden. Or, let me not bring crack to the White House. Like, I'm pretty sure it ain't rocket science to realize that some of these decisions are just bad. Like, the most important thing for someone or something in this day and age is their image. Like, regardless of the content of their character, regardless of how good someone or something is at something, or how good the product is, it doesn't matter. I mean, unless of course you're the cream of the crop, top of the top, topping the charts every single day. Your image is the most important thing. Now, will they bounce back? Bud Light and White House from their fiascos, of course. Like, they kind of lie in that cream of the crop, top of the top. You know the jazz of what I'm speaking, and they'll probably bounce back. I mean, at the very least, I doubt that Bud Light's gonna die. Like, yo, that will be a story when that happens for sure. Anyways, though, our time is short, so I'll cut it here. If you want to support me, leave a like, subscribe, or comment on what you thought on the video. If you want to do more of that, you can check out my game out on my website or itch.io. There will be a trailer for that game on my alt channel on YouTube. And I've made a mod for Opera GX. If you like modding Opera GX and you got Opera GX, then you can download it in the link in the description. As well, you can find everything else I've talked about in the links in the description. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys then.